Hey YouTube, Joe here, and bringing you today a new flashlight to check out. It is the Sunwayman T25C flashlight. So we got a lot to cover, so let's dive right in. Unfortunately, I had the box. I've had this for several weeks. I've been meaning to do this review for the longest time. Just been busy with a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff I bought all came at the same time. And it's all sitting around the house, plus you got your busy work life and personal life. So I'm trying to squeeze all that in. So I'm a little bit behind on reviews, but hopefully we'll get a bunch going the next week or so. So, as I said, it's the Sunwayman T25C. I'm not going to get too heavy into stats. If you know any of my in my light videos, I don't get too heavy in stats. I usually am saying to go to like someone else's channel to check out a review that might be better than mine. I didn't take the time out to look up anybody who might have done this review, so I'm not going to reference anyone else, but I'm also not going to get too heavy in stats because, as I mentioned in one of my other videos, lots of times I feel there's three different things with people. There's with lights. There's the bottom line, the lower end guys, the guys who just like to buy the like say the Home Depot lights like I used to do. There's your super high-end guys that want to know all the stats. Those are the guys I hear a lot from. No, Joe, you didn't say this, you didn't say the throw, the reflector, and all this good stuff. And then there's the middle of the line guys. That's me. That has moved up from your Home Depot, but I'm not into the $300 lights, at least not just yet. So for those who are looking for the stats, I'll put them in the description. Sorry about that, little technical difficulties. Battery died. But anyway, as I was saying, for those who are looking for the stats, I'll put it in the description. I'll try to mention some stats during the video. So as I was showing you, let's take a look at it. One second. More technical difficulties. This light goes pretty much all day long for about 60 bucks. I got this from GearBest, but I got a link in my my description for a coupon for a discount. So if you're interested in getting this one, check that link out. I'm going to measure it up. Now I did some real-world testing out twice with this light, and on video. I've been using it for the last 2 weeks, taking my dog out for a walk and all that stuff. But those videos came out like crap, and so I figured I don't want to add that to this. I try to do my highest standards as I can with my videos, and I don't want to add that. And I've done it twice already, and it wasn't coming out. So I guess it's just not meant to be. But maybe I'll do a quick lighting test in here, and I'll tell you why. Maybe some of the reasons why it didn't come out too well. Here it is against the ruler. Now, as I said, I had the box, but I misplaced it. And been looking around for it. I know I have it in the house, but the box was basically a nice square-sized box, and it didn't come any extra other than the light. Okay, there's. I think it's $1. Let's do a couple of lights you may know. Let's fade back a little bit. This is the Through Night TN4A. I have a video for this too. Like I said, if you want to see the video, just check your description, or if you have cards, annotations enabled. So there it is against that. And another recent video of mine, flashlight. The Mech Army PT 16. There it is against that. And just for the heck of it, for a knife, I recently reviewed. It's not within reach. Hold on a second. Oh, can't get it. So we'll put something else in there. This is the Steel Will Druid 240. There's a video for that as well. So, some stats, a little bit that I do have. It has a zoom in, zoom out feature by turning the dial. It's 880 lumens. Has a turbo mode. The different modes are, which is from the rear, I guess, as they say, tactical button in the back, is a turbo, high, mid, and low. It's IPX8 waterproof. It has memory function. And the material is a T6 aluminum alloy. Now, let me do a quick, let's shut the lights off. Try to do what we were trying to do outside but couldn't get going. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I'm a spaz when it comes to the rear button. I can't ever seem to get it going when it comes to switching between the modes. And that's not a knock on Sunwayman. It's just a knock on myself. I'm not good with it. Now, let's do turning. Oop. As you can see, the splash changes. Now, and you can get a nice focal beam when you tighten it up, a nice square beam. I'll say this, because my yard is pretty big, the beam is really, really good. It really is. Has a nice throw. And again, I can't seem to get the different modes to go, but again, that's nothing against Sunwayman. That's me. Now I want to take you to take notice of the holes here, because I want to mention it later on. So let's put the lights back on. Now, my experience with lights that are adjustable, zoom in, I've usually had cheaper versions of that, like say something maybe $10 or something like that. Hold on, have a little bit of. But and those experiences haven't gone that well. This one, however, I was pleasantly surprised. Now I went in thinking, oh man, no. Zoom in, zoom out. You know, this is probably not going to be that great. You know, but like I said, I was pleasantly surprised. I've used this many nights. Here it is in the hand. Nice grip in the hand. I've used this many nights, taking my dog out in the pitch dark. I purposely kept all the outside lights off. I mean, and used the throw feature, the zoom in, zoom out, and the zoom works very, very well. I must say. I was pleasantly surprised. That little thing I just did now, that's really not giving it's really not showing its true form, its true value. I keep spinning the damn top up here. I meant to do the bottom. But I'm telling you, for a nice deep yard, the throw is excellent, the beam is nice and tight. Now, let me go over a couple things, the pros and cons that I do like and I don't like about this light. There are some. So, let's zoom in on it. Now, what I do like, as I've been saying all along, is I like the zoom. The zoom feature is fantastic. It's nice and bright. It's really tight. You can change, so that when you turn it, you change the splash, to be either more narrow or to more wide angle. Really nicely done by Sunwayman. I like that it takes only one 18650 rechargeable battery for 880 lumens. I like that. Now you could also, your preference, you can do CR123As, 2 of those, or 2 16340s. But right now I have a through night 18650 in here, and it works flawlessly. It's beautifully. And especially for some lights that take more than, maybe take 2 of those to make 1000 lumens. Here, this one, just one, and for 880 lumens. I like that a lot. Some things I don't like. Nothing major. Some of them I'm just curious about. Well, one, Let's get this in focus. One is, for my own preference, I would have liked a little like knurling on the aluminum, something to make it a little bit more grippy, because it is a little slippery. And then what adds into that, as you saw me when I was trying to balance the lights, this I can't think of what this is called, this screw that keeps it, keeps it sturdy. Would have liked it to have been maybe a little bit bigger. This way that'll compensate not having the knurling on here to keep it grippy. This way, if it's it's wet out, slips out of your hands, So if this was a little bit bigger, it'd be easier to stay, and also if it was a little bit bigger when you're trying to hold it, it'd be a little bit maybe easier to grasp. I mean, somebody might say it's a hot spot for them if they did that. I don't know, I just think it could have been just a little bit bigger. Let's see. My own preference, I do not care for the rear tactical button. Instead, I'd rather have a single button, or even more my favorite, a double button deployment. This is the through night has the single button deployment. I like this so much better than trying to battle with hitting something in the back and trying to get it right. That's my own personal preference. I don't know, I'm a spaz when it comes to that. I'm hitting this thing, I'm hacking away, and I just can't get it to. I mean, most of the time I'm using turbo anyway. But if I did want to lower the light, like say I don't want to hurt my dog's eyes and shine the light, so when they're going, doing their business, I don't want to put the turbo on, So I'm trying to. I find myself, trying hard to get to that low end, and I can't get to it. I mean, I'm going to show you. There's going to be in the description how to do it. Half click for this and full click for that, but I was just saying that's my own personal preference. I'm not really a big fan of the rear. Again, with another light recently I reviewed, no clip and no pouch. I mean, I don't understand. Alright, maybe the clip with this one I can understand because it's as you can see, decent sized light. But come on, Sunwayman, no pouch, really? I mean, we couldn't a little cheap little, some kind of pouch to put this in, to hook it onto your belt? I don't understand what's going on. Light companies, come on, guys, if you're listening, don't get cheap on us. Need the pouch. If you're not going to do the pouch, at least do a clip. And this one doesn't have either. I mean, I prefer myself don't ever clip a light to my pocket or anything, but I do clip lights to my bag, either using the pouch or a clip. So a pouch would have been nice. And last but not least is when I was using this for like out in the dark and taking my dogs for a walk, I mean, I'm sure there is a reason for it. I don't think it's for heat dissipation, but I do not understand, other than for a cosmetic look, what the need is for the holes on the end of the bezel like this. For me, as I'm standing there, now you're seeing this in light. Now, when you're in a pitch dark and I'm walking around and I'm looking where I'm going and walking the dog, to me these lights shine in my face, and I mean, not that badly, not a deal killer, but it can get to be annoying once in a while, So I don't know. Somebody can fill me in and say, oh yeah, Joe, that's for blah 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 blah, for camping or whatever. I don't know, but I just think this light would be a heck of a lot better if it didn't have these holes in the bezel. I find it, as I'm, it's not a direct beam in my face, so that's not the deal killer. But as you're walking around, you're jarring the light from back and forth, this light does go in your face, I just can't explain it, and I don't know why. To me, I just find that a little bit of annoying. But on the whole, if you're looking for a light that's got decent power, good price, and you're looking for something that, if you don't mind the rear button, which I do, I prefer the other, though I do enjoy using this light. Let me shut it off. If you're looking for something like that, if you're looking for an adjustable, where you can adjust the throw, I can honestly say I highly recommend the Sunwayman. It's at a good price point. It's made of quality materials. I mean, yeah, I did list a couple of my negatives, but overall, from my experience, I used it many nights too, taking the dogs out in the pitch dark. It performed very well, and so far just on one charge, and I've been putting it on turbo, and it's still going strong. I haven't even charged the battery a second time yet. So it's a lot to like about the Sunwayman T25C. So one last look at it before we close out. Now, after having this, it makes me, now that it's been very, well, I did review a Mech Army, but I've been very Nightcore and through night happy lately, especially Nightcore. And now I'm interested in seeing some other products now that that Sunwayman makes. Cool light. So let's zoom in for the final. Now if I find the box, I'll take a picture and stick it in the pictures that you usually see at the end, but so far I can't find it. I don't know what the heck I did with it. But here you go. The Sunwayman T25C 880 lumen zoom in, zoom out flashlight. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching my video, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe.